Hi guys, welcome. It is Lifestyle of a Naturalista, and today we have another recipe. I'm really excited about this recipe because it is low carb, it is keto, and it mimics a very nice comfort food that a lot of us know and love. It is mashed potatoes, but we're calling it mashed no-tatoes because there are actually no potatoes in this mashed potatoes. See what I did there? The trick is instead of using potatoes, we're going to be using vegetables. You can use pretty much any vegetable, but I'm using cauliflower because it has a very nice neutral taste. So you can flavor and season it to pretty much any flavor you want. You're going to also have that nice texture of mashed potatoes if you follow this recipe. Are you excited? I am. All right, guys, let's get into it. So the first thing we're going to do is steam the cauliflower. So I'm going to be using my steamer here to steam the cauliflower, put in water in the steamer, and then put the cauliflower and steam that up. Okay, so when the water is boiling, it's time to put in your cauliflower. I had already chopped a head of cauliflower earlier, so I had it in the freezer. That's why mine is frozen. That's the cauliflower chopped and washed. I had it against some broccoli, so you see some green staining on there, and because of that, my mashed potatoes came out a bit greenish. But if you don't do that, you're going to have a really nice color for your mashed potatoes. And that's what I really like about using cauliflower as well, is that the color is very similar to what you would get with actual mashed potatoes. It's very important to make sure you steam the cauliflower properly and that it's very soft. You don't want it to be hard at all. You want it to be completely softened before we move on to the next step. And the next step is to put your steamed cauliflower, your steamed chopped cauliflower in a food processor and process it till smooth. You're not going to add any water. This is the trick to make sure that it has that thick consistency similar to mashed potatoes. Oh, and did I mention that this recipe is also vegan? I'm making it vegan, but I'm also going to tell you how you can make it more like regular mashed potatoes and not necessarily vegan. Once you have your cauliflower all pureed, then you basically have your base. You can consider this to be your potatoes that you've mashed up. And in a sense, do with it what you will. If you put milk in your mashed potatoes, it's time to put in milk. If you put butter, it's time to melt butter and put that in. I like to do that process over a stove top. It just makes all the flavors come together really well. So over a stove top, I'm going to combine my other ingredients to the mashed cauliflower. And like I said, you can use seasonings that you really like and love to help bring that nice taste that you're used to. For me, like I said, I'm making this vegan, so I'm going to start off with heating up some oil as opposed to heating up some butter. And to the oil, eventually I'm going to add the pureed cauliflower and build up my mashed potatoes that way. Okay, so let us bring out our pureed cauliflower and set that aside, and then we will move on to the next step. You can already see the consistency, how it's thicker and firm, and it's really going to give you what you want in terms of the consistency of the final product. It's not going to be mushy or anything like that, and you're going to be able to gauge the mushiness as you add the other ingredients so it doesn't get too mushy and all of that. Okay, so now it's time to cook the mashed potatoes. I'm starting off with some cooking oil. I'm using my fave oil, which is avocado oil. I like to use avocado oil because it has a really high smoke point. But if you don't necessarily want to make this vegan, this is the time to put in your butter, and all of that. And then when the oil is sizzling, I put in the pureed cauliflower, sort of like frying the pureed cauliflower in the oil. It really makes all the flavors come together. I mean, you could simply just put in your butter in a bowl with the mashed cauliflower and your seasonings and your milk, but this just makes everything come together so nicely. And then that sizzling sound when you're like stirring in the mashed cauliflower to the oil, it's so good. And then my seasonings, for me, I'm going very basic, just salt and black pepper, but layer it up with the seasoning that is going to make this really taste like your favorite comfort food, okay? And then you just mix it all up together for a couple of minutes and it will be ready. Let's do this. And that is it, guys. Our mashed potatoes with the mashed potato consistency. But it is keto. So therefore it is low carb and it is vegan. Of course it's gluten free. It is going to give you that mashed potato fix without the carbs, guilt-free, healthy option. I paired mine with some stir-fried vegetables. Oh, and look at that texture, guys. Look at that texture. I just love how thick it is, You can't tell it's like not mashed potatoes. And the good thing is I was able to pair this with like stir-fried vegetables. So it's kind of like vegetables on vegetables. So if you're trying to meet your, is it 5-cup vegetable requirement for a day, this is the way to go. Nutrient dense. Your main dish is actually made of vegetables, and then you have a side dish of vegetables. It's like vegetables on vegetables on vegetables. So good. I hope you try this out, guys. Make it your own. Enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Till the next one, guys. Bye.